So we're talking about options or we're talking about marriage. Because when you talk about marriage, then it's not even a matter of options. Whenever you talk about easy, I mean, I look at easy as the process. Anybody can, and anybody with any salary can get married.
There's suckers of every tax bracket. There's rich suckers, there's broke suckers, there's middle class suckers, there's white collar suckers. Most men are suckers. There's a reality.
What most men are suckers that you know?
I need to make. Could I make
Suckers hang
don't
out
know
with
most-
suckers.
Could I make a comment? Okay,
Hey, Israel, do you need to file the Earth feelings file too?
No, not at all. I'm good.
No?
I'm in good
I
shape.
just want to
yeah.
make sure I didn't break your feelings.
No, you can't break my feelings.
Okay.
I don't.
And let's get everybody's take, and then we'll go
Yeah,
ahead
break it
and cross what's it called? Cross
I know.
challenge or
I feel
something.
like, okay, so can I make a comment, y'all?
break my
So I
No.
feel like
No,
I
just
just
kidding.
wanted to talk about
I feel
how
like-
any woman that's knocking on a man door that's making 100 figures. I feel like I'm not
100
knocking
figures?
on no man door.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Well, I think
That
your math.
makes me
You gotta put your glasses
She said
back on.
100 figures.
That's a lot of goddamn money.
100 figures?
I mean,
Regulus.
6 figures. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm
It's the
sorry.
regular. She's
She said
fine.
100
I'm
figures?
not knocking on a man's door just because he makes a lot of money. Because I'm focused on my own money. And a lot of times when a man has a lot of money, I just feel like men with money sometimes they might not always be the
That's
best
bad.
person. Like I know men right now with money and they ain't shit.
Cap.
And I wouldn't want to be with
If
them.
you're knocking on his
They
door,
not-
you ain't
they
shit.
not- they
Because you
didn't
should
earn
be.
that
If he got money, you'll be ringing the doorbell.
No, she said that a lot of women will probably be like one of the
Yeah,
beef.
it's true. It's true.
Hold on, wait.
I do
Nicole.
think that's a true statement,
Hold
but
on,
you,
no,
you
Chanel,
have to
wait.
No,
Here's
it
the
is true. It is
Wait,
true.
sweetie,
But
here's
I'm
the
just
problem.
saying
Let me
that
just-
I
let me
feel
just
like
say-
it
let me just
shouldn't
say
always
something.
be- I
You
feel like
even
women
though they
shouldn't always be focused on what a man has. I feel like
Well,
women should
you have to
focus on
stop
what they
looking at. You have to
you
stop.
take it too personal sometimes, and you have to look at what's happening outside of your own body. So if you see a rich guy in the club, most times he's filled around women. You may not be one of those women, but that's something that actually happens in real life. I think that's not a
Chanel.
unrealistic statement.
No,
Chanel,
I'm
hold on, Nicole. Nicole, here's you have to
I'm
stop
agreeing
viewing.
and
Y'all
I'm
have to stop
saying that-
viewing. Y'all have to stop viewing people through the lenses of others. Because if you asked any man who went from broke to having money, every last one of them will tell you my options are better and my options are way more plentiful now that I got money than before I had money. You can look at a man that even looks good, can probably slang good D and all of that, and he would still tell you, I still get more women now with money than I ever did when I didn't have it. So y'all have to stop looking at y'all have to stop judging what men, what happens to men and when it comes to our options through the lens of women, because y'all aren't the ones experiencing it.
Right.
Yeah, when a man is making that much money, it may be easier for him to get married, but is he really going to want to get married in today's climate of marriage?
No,
And
that's
the
what
answer
I'm
to that is no, because it's more beneficial, financially beneficial for a woman to get married, divorce,
a man.
take half, child support, all, so is it easier for him? It probably is easier for him. He probably has to pick up the litter.
Right.
But he's going to have to really sift through that litter. He's
So-
going to have to really vet, and he's going to have to really be committed to sharing his hard work, his dedication, his commitment to someone who can handle it, to someone who's mature, to someone who is not only after him for just money. A man who's making 100K is going to want a woman who is who loves him for him and can appreciate his hard work and his resources and what he's done in the field to get to that status in life.
That's what I was
So
saying.
what if,
And
so
not
when
for
you talk
nothing,
about
real
when you
quick,
talk
not
about,
for
hold
nothing.
on, let me go next, man, if you don't mind. So we're talking about options or we're talking about marriage. Because when you talk about marriage, then it's not even a matter of options. Whenever you talk about easy, I mean, I look at easy as the process. Anybody with any salary can get married and get a certificate.
Right, that's the point I'm trying to make.
So whenever you talk about, I think the lady in the video, shout out to her. I think she was probably referring to optimal. You know what I'm saying? Like you're making 100K. I think it's a challenge for those men because now you got to find out if the one that you decided to choose to marry, is she prioritizing a lifestyle that you can provide, or is she prioritizing family? So that's when it becomes uneasy or difficult. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a form of selflessness. You know what I'm saying? If you choose a woman who's prioritizing a lifestyle and she's unhappy, like Nicole said, then she'll file for divorce based on unreconcilable differences. Unhappy wife.
Yeah,
That's
but
an-
I wanted to say
Hold
this.
on, I'm gonna land a plane. And that is why these guys with 100K need to be knowledgeable of the law and protect their assets and what they have. So
But
somebody who
100K
has six figures, to make it easier is to try to combine or try to join with somebody who has similar value. You know, a woman who has you equally yoked. She can bring something to the table in 2023. Like I think Royal Presser said, this climate is kind of difficult. So when you're a man coming into a marriage, it's really, really difficult to find a woman who's not going to look at you as a cash cow or whatever you want to call it. To try to cash out.
100K is not a cash cow. We gotta be honest. If what Sweeney said the other day is true, and the average medium expense of a family of four is 90, what'd you say, 95 or $98,000?
Like 98 to about 100.
So and that's median. So that means a middle lifestyle. So you're not balling.
I didn't say you was balling. I'm just looking at the percentage of probability. How many men in America are making 100K or better?
This is the thing. So
well, see, that's the reason why I made the statement, because there's not a lot of men that's making that. That's the reason why a lot of black women are struggling to find a black man.
Wait, Sweeney, let me say this real quick.
That's why a lot of black women are like Ebony K. Williams, and I mean, I know she got some other things.
Yeah, her net worth is $3 million.
I know she got some
$3 million, fam. $100,000 to $3 million.
It's not my point, though.
About women that's making money and dating, bro.
Hold on.
The point I'm trying to make is
let him get this point across.
And then I want to finish.
The point I'm trying to make is, whenever you're a man, you're making more than most of the men in the world, and your options, like you said, the option is pretty much every woman that's within that bracket or below. Then it comes to the point of, okay, is she looking at me for a lifestyle, or is she looking at me for a family? Is she trying to really get into it for something real? You know what I'm saying? That's where the struggle is. It's easy to marry anybody. Don't get me wrong. Like I stated before, it's easy to go to the courthouse and go purchase a certificate. Anybody in any tax bracket to do that. But I'm saying whenever you're a black woman who educated today and you're climbing the corporate ladder and you're still looking for black men in that same bracket, 6 figures and above, you're going to find yourself with a scarcity. It's going to be a low supply of black men. So you're going to either have to date out of your race, or you're going to have to share.
But this
or you're going to have to date down.
This is the thing, though, right? So this is the thing, right? Number one, you should be prioritizing those type of things and vetting regardless. I mean, if you're a man, no matter if you make $30,000 or if you make $300,000, you should be prioritizing and vetting the person that you're with. The person that you're with for a lifetime, if you're talking about marriage, is the first most important relationship that you're going to have, besides the relationship with God or the relationship with your children. You know what I'm saying? Who you marry is one of the most important determining factors of you being a successful person. So whether you are at a station where you're just making $30,000 a year, or you're making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, it should be the same thing that you're vetting for. Like, you shouldn't just choose somebody frivolously regardless. That's number one. Number two, $100,000 is not a lot of money, especially in today's climate. So we can't act like, oh, well, you're going to be living some fantastic lifestyle or some fantastical, whimsical lifestyle off $100,000, because you're not. You know what I'm saying?
How can we decide? How can we dictate or determine how someone else should vet?
What I'm saying, this is the same thing. What I'm saying to you is, you're saying like it's going to be a difference between if you have 6 figures and if you only have 3 or 4 or 5 figures, whatever the case may be. What I'm saying is, marriage, you should vet for someone to marry that's going to be a good match for you and compatible to you. Like you shouldn't just take that lightly and just get married. So it's easy. It is easy.
I wasn't disputing whether you shouldn't vet for the right person.
Times you should be vetting. You should be vetting the same way, regardless of how much money you make.
Well, I wasn't. My argument wasn't about how to vet or whatever, or the terms of how you vet. It was just towards the question of whether it was easier for a guy making $100K a year.
And it's
I was just reassociating the term easier with optimal, because the guys who are making money, it's like I said, it's easy for anybody in any tax bracket to go to the courthouse and get a freaking certificate. But as far as getting married to the right person to stay in a marriage for a long term,
and that's why
you got to look at it from a viewpoint of, okay, what does this woman want? You know, what does this man want? What do we both bring to the table? How can we make this last and build a family and not just prioritize a lifestyle?
So you think it's different if you make $30,000 versus if you make $100,000 or more? You think that's different?